Hi, my name is Gudrun from GE Designs. Welcome to my live quilting chat, Tipsy Tuesday. Hi everybody, welcome to Tipsy Tuesday. Thank you for being with us on Facebook and YouTube. And if you haven't done so yet, say hi in the comments, introduce yourself, and tell us where you're tuning in from. If you're new around here, make sure you subscribe to our channel if you're watching on YouTube, or like our page on Facebook, and you will never miss a show. And we love it if we get some thumbs up and heart throughout, of course. We are now live from our studio at the GE headquarters in Minnesota, in Chaska, Minnesota. Yay! We're excited, except for the temperatures outside. It's very good to be back here. It's the greatest part is, of course, to see our people, and I get to see the fabric, all the fabric, so that's all good. On today's show, we are going to kick off our Advent season for 2022 with a free tutorial and pattern, and we'll also be giving you a sneak peek of our Black Friday sale. I'm calling it a Thanksgiving Black Friday Cyber Monday because it's going to be something special starting on midnight Wednesday night. So all Thanksgiving, Friday, all through the weekend and through Monday, but some really unique special deals. So I'll be giving you a little sneak peek of that, and we also have some great new fabric in the store to show you. So make sure you don't go anywhere. Keep watching throughout the show because we also have some giveaways, 2 winners every single show, so you can win just by commenting. And 1 live winner will be announced at the end of the show, and then we have a giveaway question at the end. So what's happening over there, Mr. HP? He is not in his element, and he doesn't have a camera or a microphone.
It's a little different today here.
It's different. It's a little different. Different buttons, different computer. So, yeah, he has mostly to adjust. I don't have much to adjust to. Anyways, let's talk about who our winner is from our last show. Last Tuesday, I asked you guys a giveaway question, and it was, what would be your ideal Thanksgiving meal? I know sometimes we are forced to, cook the traditional stuff, but maybe you would like something else. Interestingly enough, most of you like your traditional Thanksgiving meals. But our winner is, drum roll please, Leona Williams. And Leona said, my ideal is the normal turkey dinner with all the trimmings. So congratulations, Leona. Just send us an email to help@GEquiltDesigns and we will get you your gift card right away. All right, so let's start off with, well, there's no Kobe today. There's no Kobe Camp because Kobe is not here, and we're missing him. It's really kind of weird because he's here with us every day in the warehouse. And as we leave, I swear, we start looking for the dog. It's a weird feeling. But he's doing well. He's hanging with Svana back in Florida, so he's doing good. Andrea's here as our support in the studio, so that's really great. So let's start off by talking about our quilts on the set. So we have a brand new quilt on the wall. Julie made this amazing ellipse pattern. Ellipse is in my Stripology Squared book, and it is made with Home on the Range. And do we have some photos, like full screen photos of these quilts? That one is really awesome. She used just a canvas French vanilla, I believe, for the background, and added a few kind of rusty reds to the mix just from color clubs and things like that. And it's just really beautiful. Beautiful swirls for the quilting. Just love how it turned out. Then we have in the corner, we have Winter Nap Saga quilt. So the Saga quilt, of course, is a single pattern, 10-inch square pattern. There it is. And we do have some photos of Saga too, some some big screen photos so you can see the whole quilt. It's up there. Yeah. I can't tell you where it is. He's having trouble finding the right buttons today. There's the Saga. I really love how this one turned out. I actually added just a few rusty reds to the mix as well, just to have more of that richness. And then also on the cabinet is a runner, the countdown runner, also from Winter Nap. And I threw in a little Christmas quilt there too. It's really fun to be able to have all these quilts on the set when we're here. So on the other side of the cabinet is a Katie quilt that is made, oh, what is the name of this line now? No, I don't remember. It's something winter. Winter something. But it's beautiful. This pattern is really fun to make. So there's our set. I want to start. I know what you all are waiting for today, kickoff of the Advent, but let me start first by answering some questions. We've gotten some questions about the bonus pattern for Christmas in Europe. For those of you that asked if this was going to be released as a standalone pattern, well, it kind of is. You can purchase it individually without purchasing the whole Christmas in Europe because it is a part of the finishing instructions. So you can purchase the finishing instructions and that will be in there, but you will also have to get the block 1, which is for the tree and the sugar plum fairy. So you can buy block 1 and then the finishing instructions. So that is how it is available currently. Then another question I've gotten often is about the GEasy class pack, the new video class packs that we just came out with a week ago, and the video class for the Katrina quilt and the Zoe quilt. So many of you asked when the patterns will be available for the class participants, and so they will be in your account about 2 to 3 weeks before the class starts. So there's plenty of time to read through the pattern before they start. So, oh, Winter Wonder is the name of the fabric. Yes, that's the name of the fabric. Winter Wonder. Thank you. Thank you, honey. I don't know if can they hear you?
No. Hi, everybody.
Okay, they
Way
can't
over
hear you. Way over there. All right. So, yeah, give it a little bass. All right, well, I think it is time. We're going to kick off our Advent. It's Advent time. So today, for our first free Advent pattern and tutorial, are you guys ready? Are you ready? So we're going to play the tutorial video for you now. So the written instructions can be found on our website. You just go to free patterns and you find that there. I'm not going to tell you what it is because you're going to have to go find it once you figure out what this project is. So I will answer all kinds of questions after the video runs. And just wanted to say, if you missed out on an Advent box, I believe there's one on the website right now. Yes, there's one. Somebody, I think, there was something, we were able to put one together. So I just wanted to throw that out there. But let's kick it off and check out our first Advent project for 2022. And now it's time to open our Advent box for Advent 2022. Let's see what's inside. In our boxes, we have full kits for joyful surprises. So let's find our first surprise, November 22nd, 1st of Advent. Now, as we open this box, let's see if we can figure out what we'll be making. So here we have this one. Let's see. What comes out of the bag? We have, a fun little gift. Little glam bag, Christmas themed glam bag. What else? Oh, we have a tool. a point-to-point turner from Clover. That's a great tool. And let's see, we have some fabric, beautiful red and winter themed fabrics. And then one more big thing. What is it? We are going to be making bowl cozies. Now, what are bowl cozies? These are fabulous to use for the microwave. Have you ever had to warm up some soup in the microwave and then it's too hot to get it out? Yes, happens to me all the time. Your bowl gets so hot that you can't even touch it. So these go in the microwave and they're fabulous. So we have enough here. These are already pre-cut battings. We have enough here to make 4 bowl cozies, and this is going to be our fabric. So what we want to make sure, if we're going to use this for the microwave, is to use cotton everything. So 100% cotton fabric, no metallic. And then we have to also make sure that we have cotton batting, and this is cotton batting. And then we also want to make sure we have cotton thread. Very, very important. So all cotton for this project. So let's get started with our fabrics. We have 3 fabrics for this. Our fabric A, that's a 6x21 in your kit. So this one you are going to be cutting into 5-inch squares, 4 of them. Same thing with fabric B, it's the same amount. And then we have fabric C, which is our big piece. We're going to be cutting that into 2 different size rectangles. And you will find all of those sizes to how to cut things in your free pattern you can download from our website. Make sure you do that, get all your fabrics cut, and we are ready to get going. We are going to start with 1 piece of batting. So these are already pre-cut. You can see it already has the darts on the side. And here's what I do. I like to do this especially to begin with. And so from the point of the dart, I just make a little line. And you can do this with a pen or a water erasable marker. I'm just using a pen so you can see that better on the camera. So we're just extending these lines a little bit so that we can center our first square. So fabric A square, what you want to do is fold it in half, make 2 creases, and do the same thing on the other side. Make 2 creases. So now all I got to do, I'm going to lay this right side up, and all I got to do is match the creases that I just folded with the extended lines, and I know that my piece is already centered on the batting. So we're going to be doing some quilt as you go. So if you have a walking foot for your machine, you want to put that on and center that A fabric right on top. And next thing we're going to do is grab our fabric C smaller rectangles. We are just going to place them right sides together, aligning the raw edges on 2 sides like this. And you want to pin these in place. I like to use my patchwork pins because they're a little bit heavier when I'm pinning through layers of batting because they don't bend like my patchwork pins, my silk pins that I like to use when I'm piecing. These are patchwork pins, or quilt pins. So I want to pin this, and now we want to take this to our sewing machine and just stitch on each side with a scant 1/4-inch seam. Now for this project, your 1/4-inch seam really does not matter. So we just want to stitch down 2 sides, and then we're going to press outwards. So once we have this sewn on here, each side, we just want to press it outwards this way. And now it's time to add the long sides. So we're going to grab our longer rectangles from fabric C, layer them on each side the long way. And again, we're going to pin in place using those heavier pins if you got them. And stitch through the layers, both sides, and press outwards. So this is what you want to do. So once you have sewn these on, you're going to press outwards. And what you want to do is make 4 identical pieces like this. So once it's sewn in, you're going to make 4 that have the A centers, and then the other 4 are going to have the B center. So the exact same thing here, just except we got the B fabric in the middle. So this is fun because they become reversible. So now we have these stitch. We'll see here on the bottom, it's got a little bit of quilt as you go, so it's got some body to it. The next thing we're going to do is take our 8 units, we're going to turn them over, and we're going to trim the fabric even with the batting. So you can do that with scissors. I love my Karen K. Buckley scissors because they just make things so accurate. If you are daring and have maybe a small rotary cutter, you can cut around it with a rotary cutter, but I usually am just faster with the scissors. So now as you see, once you trim the fabric, even with the batting, you have these special shapes of all of your pieces. And now it's time to start sewing them into the bowl shape. So first thing we want to do is just fold them along the dart. So what you want to do is just right sides together with the fabric, fold it along that dart, and just, if you have clips, add a couple of clips to each side. Or pins if you have pins. I like the clips because we're going to be dealing with not a flat piece once you have all of these clipped like this. So once you clip them all, you want to just go ahead and sew along the dart and all the way out on all 4. And you want to obviously repeat that with all 8 pieces of your bowl cozies. So once you have this sewn like that, you have a piece that looks like this. So you want to take these seams and press them open. So push them open, take your iron and press them open as far up as you can. Of course, you can see a little fold in the batting here. Don't worry about that, so that you have all of those pressed open, and now you have a bowl. So now what you want to do is take a fabric A center bowl and a fabric B, and we want to put them right sides together. So I'm going to put fabric A touching fabric B like this, and again now we want to match up those seams that we did the darts. So I'm matching these seams up and using my clips again to clip these. First, I want to clip these corners like that because I want to match those seams up all the way around. You know, this is so nice to use this lightweight cotton batting that is in these pre-cut packs because it doesn't get too bulky. And then we have all sides clipped, and now what we're going to do is we're going to stitch along the outside edges with the right sides together, but we want to make sure to leave an opening, and we want to leave an opening on one of the curved edges. So I usually either just take some pins and make sure I have my marker where I want to leave my opening. So you want it to be big enough for you to turn the whole piece right side out. So I would recommend about 3 inches. So I can just put them here. I know I'm going to start sewing here. I'm going to sew around the whole outside edge and then stop at the other pin. And back stitch on each side, because then you will be sure that it won't open up too much when we turn. So I'm going to go ahead and do this now. We're using my machine and my walking foot. So now I have sewn all the way around, but I left my little opening here to turn. But before I turn, I just want to go right where my corners are and just clip just a little bit to help turn that little corner, not all the way towards the seam, just a little bit. And it does help that you have two seams coming together, so you're really just kind of snipping the seams. So this way, everything will kind of go smoother in those inside corners. So now we're just gonna go in here and start pushing things through the opening. And this is now where our new precious little tool, the point-to-point turner, is gonna come in really handy. So we turn this right side out, and then this turner has both a point and a sharp edge on this side, and then a really nice curved edge on this side, which is perfect to go in here to make our little curved edges nice and round. So you go in there and you kind of smooth it out using that curved part. So you're pushing out the seams. We'll go on the other side. And this is just makes a really big difference in getting all these pushed out, because we are sewing through both fabric and the batting. So now we have them all pushed out, and I'm going to push this to the center. And now all we have is our opening here. But I'm going to start by pressing the curved edges. And if you feel like it's not all the way pushed out and it's a little, you just go back in and push it even better. There. I'm going to put my handy little finger protectors on when I'm working so closely, close to the iron. I want to put these on. And so my iron, I want to put on a little bit of steam, and then I want to press these curved edges first. You can get all the way up there with your finger without getting burnt by the steam this way using these protectors. They're silicone, so they're just really great. So now we have this second curve. And the third one. And then we have our opening. So this one, we want to make sure that we fold this back by 1/4 inch. So I like to just fold it back first and press each side at a time. So press a little bit of a curve in it and a fold about 1/4 inch on each side, and then I can make them match up after that. It's just easier when you're working with all of these layers. And the steam, of course, helps when you're creating a curve like that. So now I can match them up. And again, I'm going to use my handy clips to clip them together. And this is just going to get closed and secured when we top stitch around the whole edge. So this is now clipped. And my next step is you want to take a matching thread that matches your outer fabric, your fabric C. So I have some red thread that I'm going to put in my machine, both in the bobbin and in the top, and I'm going to stitch along the outside edge. So first I'm going to stitch with about 1/8 of an inch seam, because I want to be able to catch all that so I don't have a hole opening right where I had the opening. So I usually start right in my opening, because that's where I need to be most careful. So I'm going to go ahead and switch my thread and top stitch. So I have a little 1/8 inch marking right here on my foot, so I'm going to be aligning my piece with that because my needle is in the middle. So I start a little bit away from that where the opening starts, and right here on the seam on the intersection, and that's where I want to put my foot down and do a little stitching in the same spot to secure my threads, and then I'm just going to go all the way around. here we have our piece finished with just a single top stitch around the edge. What I am going to do, I'm going to add a second one about 1/8 of an inch to 1/4 inch away inside of that first one. It's just going to give you a little bit tighter, harder edge, and but it's completely optional. You can stay with just the one, but I'm going to add a second go around. So here we have it. All we have to do is clean up our little threads. And we have our first bowl cozy ready for that bowl to go in the microwave. And again, as I told you, it is reversible, so we can flip them either way. You could have two different colors. I like to have the same color on the outside on both sides, just because it works on the edges, but you could have them totally reversible, two different seasons, or you can have a fun novelty fabric on each side, or it'll be fun for kids to choose their own bowl cozy. But I hope you enjoyed making the bowl cozy. So the bowl cozy battings, pre-cut battings, come in two sizes. This is for a typical soup bowl, which is a smaller size, and like I told you before, we have 8 pieces in the bag. So enough to make 4 cozies, but it also comes in a larger size. So same technique, but this is for obviously a bigger bowl, for example, for side dishes, if you need to heat them up quickly for that big meal. It's great to use just the cozy as a bowl for candy or anything like that. So this one works great, and you could do some quilt as you go on it, or just use one piece of fabric as well. And then if you wanted to use up some batting scraps, we all know we have lots of batting scraps. There is a template from Creative Grids that you can get that actually lets you cut both the large and the small size. And so it has an inner template for the small size, so both to cut your batting, and if you want to just use one fabric, you can cut the same shape and make these really, really quickly if it's just one fabric. And then it has the outer larger size for the large bowl. So same thing, you would fold your fabric into quarters, so same technique for both templates. But these are great to use up some of your batting scraps, maybe some fabric scraps, if you wanted to make simpler ones, and get lots of great gifts done really quickly. I hope you enjoyed making the Quilt As You Go bowl cozies. They are perfect for that really good bowl of soup you need to reheat, so just pop the bowl right in here, goes in the microwave, and you'll never burn your fingers. What a great gift for a set of 4 or more. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. So there it is, our bowl cozy first Advent project. I have to tell you, I am loving these. They turn out really cute, and they are just so utilitarian. Not just for a hot bowl of soup, as many of you pointed out. If your ice cream bowls can get really cold, so that's also good for that. They also just can be little, you know, snack bowls or candy bowls. I actually went ahead and made the larger one just right before the show, just using one fabric, but of course you could do Quilt As You Go on the large ones too, and I think this is so adorable. So to put on your table with, maybe you can put pine cones and things in there, some ornaments, or you can use it as a candy bowl, you can use it as a cookie bowl. I also thought it'd be beautiful to put like a plant in here, or like a poinsettia for like a centerpiece. Of course it's perfect for those side dishes, to use as a trivet pretty much on your table to decorate a little bit up your table, or of course to put it in the microwave if you need to heat up some of those side dishes or something. So I see some of your questions. So you're asking where to find all of those tools on the website. The best and easiest way is go straight to our blog. go to our blog, and there is an Advent blog post which lists all the things that I used in the video, so you can pick and choose. Like I said, we have the template, which is really great if you want to use some of your batting scraps. It's awesome. So then if you want to just get all your batting pre-cut, we have the pre-cut in the small. This is for this size. And then we have the pre-cut batting in the large, which is for the larger bowl. So either one, that you'll find all of it. You also find the turning tool and the little finger protectors, the thimble, the silicone thimbles, and you will find the scissors. How far from the edge do you see the first top stitching? I do it no more than about 1/8 of an inch, because you want to make sure that you catch that edge and you're not going to have any raw edges sticking out. So it's about 1/8 of an inch, just to kind of tighten that. And then I did the second top stitch about 1/4 inch from the first one. Is the tool the same as the Hera tool? I don't believe so. This is a clover called point-to-point turner. It's really, really nice and helpful. You can also use it to kind of make creases or score fabric and things. So I love this little tool. I wanted to show you how the template set works, because I just used that to make the larger bowl. So how that works, because it looks a little weird. So you have this outer part is for like the larger size, and then this part is for the smaller size. And you can, like I said, you can cut both your batting and fabric if you want to make just with one fabric. So what you do is just take your fabric, you fold it into fourths. So I have a piece of fabric here. So I have 4 layers now. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And so you have the folds here in the corner. So what you want to do is match that up with the folded edges. It says right on the template, you put that right on the corner here. And then all you do is just cut around it with a rotary cutter. So it will help to have, for that curved part of the template, it would help to have a smaller rotary cutter to go around the curve, but actually I just do it in a few parts like this. So I don't want to be gouging my cutting mat. So there, and then the darts. So you would do that same thing, same way with your batting. You would just use a rotary, fold it into fourths, and use a rotary cutter to get that shape. So then you automatically have that shape of the batting pieces. All right, so let's answer any questions. Now there are a little bit of written instructions, but of course the Advent projects are meant to work together with the video, because I give you so much information in the video that it's hard to write out all the instructions. So that you can find under free patterns on our website. So go to shop, find free patterns, and then the GEasy Bowl Cozy will be right there. So will a plate fit in the large one? So a dinner plate, so it's, let's look at the overhead. Can you show the overhead? I would say that the size of it may be a small one, but because it's so deep, I don't think it will sit very well. But you know, those serving bowls, definitely. So a little bit larger bowls, or like the round casserole dish or things like that will fit in there. All right. Any other questions you see popping up, Mr. HP? Yeah? Well, that's really good.
Very clever. Great comments.
So how does Quilt As You Go work with when you're using only one fabric? It just gives it a little more stability. So you don't have backing. You just have the batting and then the fabric. So obviously, if you're going to do just one fabric, you don't have to do any Quilt As You Go. I didn't do any quilting on this. You can, if you want to, just lay the fabric on top and just do some stitching. But obviously, it's only going to be through the one layer of batting. And then the other side has a layer of batting too. So those two layers are not going to be stuck together. But it's okay to not add any stitching. You can also just sew like a cross. I've seen that as well. But this was fine to do it this way. Now, of course, you could do the quilt as you go, similar to what I did here, just making your center square a little bit bigger and do the same pattern. You could do strips, just a stitch and flip on it using some scraps, some strip scraps. And just, you know, possibilities are endless. But I really, really love these. And I think these would be really cute as little hostess gifts or little holiday gifts for people. Okay, let's see if we have any more questions. Yeah, Lorene pointed out that this big one would be great as a little bread basket for the buns, anything like that. So I'm trying to get the pattern, Linda's saying. So once you order the pattern, you have to put it in your cart, go through the checkout, even though it's $0. But then you go to your account and go to My Downloadable Files, and it will be there. So there you'll see the GEasy, Bowl Cozy, and then you click on that to download the PDF. So, okay, any more questions? So somebody asked if you got the pattern for the actual batting in the pattern. You actually don't, because I don't own the copyright of that shape. So that is owned by the Gypsy Quilter and Creative Grids. So I could not put that in the pattern. So then you can still do that by either using the template set or purchasing the pre-cut batting. So I think we're good on the questions. So I see there's some of you folks are having trouble with the file. I'll check into it right after we go off air and make sure that it goes into your account. So just be patient a little bit. I can't do both while I'm on the air. All right, so moving on. Like I said, let me remind you again, to find all of the things, just go to the blog post, go to the blog and find the Advent blog post, and all of the items are going to be listed there. It's easy for you to find everything. But I wanted to give you guys a little sneak peek. So we are going to have a 5-day long, is it 5 days? No, 6, yes, 5-day long sale throughout Black Friday. So Thanksgiving, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, we're putting it all together. And we always do something unique. So we are going to do it's going to be really great deals. So we're doing one thing that we're calling the 1-yard 3-packs. So what I've done is put together 3 1-yards that go well together, and they are going to be available for a great price. So you would see what you're ordering. So for example, this 3-pack is only $19.95. So we're talking that the fabric yard is under $7 a yard. And these are great quilt shop quality fabrics. We have many different, here's even some Tula Pink. So some great fabrics, and we'll have multiple 3-packs like that work together. So that will be one of our things. We also are going to have come back. You might remember from our tent sale that we had mystery 1-yard packs. So this is a mystery, so you don't actually see what you get. It's a mystery 1-yard pack of 5 1-yards for $29.95. Really awesome deal. And then we're also going to have special on our mystery bundles. So our mystery bundles are 12-piece half-yard bundles that just have an assortment of half-yards from our previous bundles, from some of our basics. So they're all great, again, quilt shop quality fabrics. And we are selling, we are doing a special buy 2, get 1 free. So we're talking, there's 6 yards in each bundle. So we're talking 18 yards of fabric, which I think brings the yardage price down to about $7 a yard too. Amazing! But we're not done. One more. Our forget-me-nots. I don't know if you know about our forget-me-nots. Those are our remnant bags. So these pieces in here are all different sizes. So they're less than a half yard, and then they're always more than at least 4 inches. But you have an assortment, and so what's in here amounts to about 5 yards. And so we're doing the same with these. You buy 2, get 1 free. So 15 yards of remnants for 90 bucks is pretty awesome deal. So our sale will start on midnight, Thanksgiving, early morning. So on the 24th at midnight, you will see a new item under our menu, and that's going to say Black Friday sale, and that's where we'll have everything listed. And of course, I have to mention this, while supplies last. So when we've done this in the past, we have usually sold out. So just so you know, you will have all those days to shop and check it out. All right, so another little preview I wanted to tell you about. Make sure that you subscribe to our newsletter, because tomorrow's newsletter is going to have a perfect pairing. So what our perfect pairings are is when we pair one of our fabric bundles with a pattern. And we really loved the lips that we made with that Julie made with the Home on the Range. So what that means, if you purchase Home on the Range, the fabric bundle, you'll get the pattern for free. And so once your order shipped, we will send you the pattern as a PDF download. So even though it's in a book, so that's the special that's going to go. And we have some 3-yard fabrics of this line too, perfect for backings, and this is on sale. The bundle is already discounted as well. So discounted bundle. This is on sale too, so check that out as well. All right, so then it's moving on to our bundles, our new fabric. We have some awesome fabric. Now this particular one, I have been waiting and waiting and waiting for, because, well, maybe not me, more so Johan has been waiting for it. Well, Amma has been waiting for it to make the quilt for Johan. It is called Dino Glow, and it is a glow-in-the-dark line from Lewis and Irene. I've been waiting for this. It is so cute. And when we have glow-in-the-dark fabrics, all of the white is gonna glow, and it's so cool. He already, I did a space quilt for him that has glow-in-the-dark, which actually that quilt lives at my house, and he sleeps with it when he's at our house. So now he's getting ready for a big boy bed, because he's gonna be a big brother. So yeah, here's some images of the fabric, but it's a 15-piece bundle. And so we have these really nice deep blue colors, and then ranging in shades to lower shade, and then here you'll see the white on the dinosaurs is what is going to glow. We have the dinosaur boneyard and some more fossils, going into a little bit lighter blue, some more bones, and I just love the colorway of this, the kind of grayish blues with all those other brighter colors, but still in those really cool muted looks, a little bit more modern. We have more fossils here in the light blue, and then we have the main print again, the dinosaurs, the lightest of the fossils, and then another main print in that light, and it has a little bit of a lavender undertone to it, this one. We have the boneyard. Let me move this over so we can have a little more space. Yes, so all the white in here glows. So that every single print has glow in the dark. And it's so much fun when we turn out the lights. So then we have 3 prints in the end here that are a little bit brighter colors that pull out some of the other colors. So we have the one with the lavender, with the bright blue, and then the bright green. So these would be great to use as kind of accent fabrics. We do have some of these in 1 yards. So we have the boneyards or the skeletons in the blue. We have the dinosaurs in the gray, which is right here. And then we have that main print in the dark blue in 1 yards. And of course, did my fabric pull? Oh, we don't only have them in 1 yards, we have them in 3 yards as well. So if you wanted something for a back or for a big border, maybe some pillowcases, that's a great way to do that. So let's start with the pulls. I started with the darkest of the navy with a grunge pea coat, and then a little bit more medium blue with the bumbleberries in the dark blue. Going into some of the lighter blues, the speckled and the denim. It's perfect. And then also the grunge and the harbor color. Nice. There's so much gray in these blues. We have the chalk and charcoal and the dusty blue, which has a little bit of a different tone than these guys. And then the sugar and the denim. Going into some of our grays, we have Spectrostatic in the lunar, which has a little bit of a lilac undertone, and then the Jot Dot in the fog, which is has that same feel as well. And then I pulled in a couple of more lilac or lavenders. The speckle in the lilac goes really nicely with this one, or the bumbleberries and the muted thistle. So either one of those go well with that purple color or the lilac color here. If you wanted more of this bright blue, there's a different bumbleberries, but bumbleberries midwinter blue is probably the best match for that one. And then for this green, I would go with the bumbleberries olive. So if I wanted to use any of these 3 as a focus fabric, I obviously probably need a little bit more than just the half yard. So I would mix that in with some of these tones. As far as a background, I would probably go with something that has a texture like the spotted quotations in the cream, or just the spotted in the celestial moonbeam. So it's a little bit creamier, and it will work well because, you know, all the white in here has kind of that tone to it, but remember, it will glow in the dark. Super fun line, and I cannot wait to get started on the big boy quilt. Dino Glow. So, yeah, I don't think they'll be scared of this one. Sometimes, you know, the Halloween ones might get a little scary, but this one is just cute, especially if they love dinosaurs. And Johan loves his TX. TX. So the second line I'm showing you today is called Songbook A New Era, I think it's called. So everybody remembers Songbook, A New Page is called. Songbook A New Page. So it's a moto line. We had Songbook before, about a couple of years ago, I want to say, or a year and a half ago. So this one is coming in with some nice fresh colors. I love how modern they are. I love the florals and really nice and soft, just with beautiful, beautiful color throughout. So we'll start with this main print, the floral. So on this beautiful peachy pink background, and then we have the big beautiful flowers in the teals and a little bit of gray. So a few more pinks. We have a small floral here, a small tone on tone print. Really, really love this print, the texture of this one. So then we go into this beautiful gold, like a mustardy gold. I love this one with the leaves. We have some butterflies, different shapes and sizes, and a nice texture in the background. Then we have this diagonal print here with leaves on it. Works beautifully kind of as that diagonal action. We have the butterflies again in the light blue. Some small floral in the light blue. And then going into more of the teal, we have that diagonal print in the teal. And that's kind of our medium teal. We have the leaves with the, I love that mustard color in there. Goes beautifully together. And then a little bit more darker. It's navy, but it has a really, a lot of a teal undertone. And then we have that main print again in that navy color. Just gorgeous. Don't you agree? So we have a lot of these prints from the line in 1 yards. We have the main print in both the navy and in the pink available. We also have that main print in like a off-white background, so which is beautiful. Which is not in the bundle, but we have that in stock as 1 yards. And then we have this beautiful tone-on-tone print, which I just absolutely love. So I knew I wanted to add those. And we have 2 more prints that are not in the line from that same pattern. So we have the rust and then the flax, which would work perfectly in here as accent colors, as background. Whatever else. I'm going to leave them down here because I also did a fabric pull. So a couple of more pinks. Would recommend the Moonscape and the Coral. It's a great match, as well as the Deco Stitch and the Peach Whisper. For the gold, the Grunge and the Marigold has the darker tones and the lighter. And then the Spectrostatic Spicy Mustard, a little bit brighter. For the light blues, light almost aquas, the Dash Flow in the mist color is perfect to go with it. And then in between, the Grunge and the Avalanche. And then going into the more teals, the Canvas and the Peacock. And the Grunge and the Dark Jade. Perfect colors as well. And for the navies, I would go with a Grunge Admirable. So nothing too dark, and has a lot of green undertone. And then the Spotted and the Frisky, the Moody color. So it is navy, but it has those teal or this aqua kind of a texture in it. So it just works really, really great with this in here. So this is our Songbook A New page. I think this is just beautiful and unique. It's a color combination that we really don't see. I haven't seen before, so I love that. Love, love, love that. All right. How are we doing? Can we see one more? One more? I've got one more. And this one has been anticipated for quite a long time. It was one of our, I think both of these were pre-orders. And this third one was also a pre-order, and it was supposed to arrive in July initially. And then it was delayed, and then it was delayed again, but it's here. And this one is called Timberland Trail Flannels. So I'm going to start with this beautiful, so it is a Northcott line, so very North Woodsy. We have some beautiful moose and deer and bears, and then mixed with some really awesome leaves. So it has that kind of a Stonehenge feel, but the flannels are really nice and soft and gorgeous. So we'll start with kind of the lighter end here. We have the antlers, and then just a nice tone-on-tone floral. There it goes. We have, I love this one. This one's kind of like their stripe, but it's trees or tree bark. And I love the little branches, kind of breaking it up a little bit. We have, oh boys, an actual tree bark print. Really cool texture going into kind of the darker tones. We have the animals on the blue. So you will see those brown tones and then some more of the blue coming through. This one is that same print as before, the leaves. Oh, just love this. It's so rich. And here we have the animals, a different print, a little bit larger scale. And it's so soft. So soft. So we have the antlers. And another textured print that is a little bit directional, but it's kind of like a tree bark texture. I love it, this combination of the browns and the blues and with that sand color as well. And then finally we have the tree stumps on the blue background. So Timberland Trail flannels. We do have the animals print, the light blue print here. This one available in 1 yards as well. So those are the only ones we have available. Additionally is this print right here. But really beautiful. I know that was we sold a lot through the pre-orders, but we still have some of it left. It kind of flew out. My son noticed this GEasy when he was cutting it, and he throws hints. Mom, I really like this flannel that just came in. So if there was to be a quilt created with this, I would of course put flannel on the back too. And I just so happened to see this one of our plaid flannels. This one would be a really perfect backing for this, and a very masculine one. I think that would be super cute together. All right, so that is it for our new fabric. So let's see who is our live winner. Mr. HP. Live winner is a $25 gift card coming your way. Melanie Craig. Congratulations, Melanie. You won a $25 gift card. Just send us an email to help@gequiltdesigns.com and we will get you your gift card right away. So, of course, we have a giveaway question as well. You have another chance to win. And, of course, this is Thanksgiving week here in the U.S., so lots of food and happy family time coming up. Our question today for you to answer in the comments, and the winner will be announced on our next show next week, is what is your favorite side dish? What is your favorite side dish, Mr. HP?
Mac and cheese, sweet potatoes.
One. You can only name one.
Biscuits.
Biscuits? Okay, if you can't hear him, he threw out mac and cheese, greens, what else? Sweet potatoes and biscuits. I don't know. It's hard for me to pick a favorite, but I always love sweet potatoes. I have to say that one is really good.
Brussels sprouts, somebody said.
Brussels sprouts, yeah. Andreas is Brussels sprouts. I love Brussels sprouts as well. Good green beans are really good too.
Sweet potatoes and mac and cheese.
Okay, we hear you.
And grandma's stuffing.
Grandma's stuffing. You haven't had that for a while, probably.
Trillion years.
All right, so just tell us your favorite side dish in the comments, and that's how you enter to win another $25 gift card. Our next show will be this Friday. This Friday is, of course, November 25th, 12 noon Central. My parents are coming into town tomorrow night, so I'm excited. They will probably be sneaking around on the set on Friday. And then, of course, our Tipsy Tuesday next week will be November 29th. And we want to take this opportunity to give thanks to all of you. Wish all of you a happy Thanksgiving, whether you're celebrating it or not. But we couldn't be more thankful for all of you to stick around with us every single week and coming back for more. Remember, there's Advent Project number 2 coming up next week. So thanks, everybody, and we'll see you next time.
How do you work this?
You can't shut it off? We're just going to have to stay on the air? Is it frozen?
Really like
Uh-oh. Do I have to, like, walk off the set? Okay, I'll walk off the set.
Bye, everybody.